So a while back, Hello Dope Toys on their live stream did a pretty awesome deal.
I have a that morph that's sitting next to it. It's like blended in perfectly.
So it's seven
One,
figures?
2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yes, seven.
It's
Seven
147.
Build-A-Figure pieces and then Kingpin.
I'd still do the whole thing for 100 right now. If somebody wants that whole wave for 100 right now, that's 7 figures for $100. Figures that retail at $25 a piece. So you're essentially saving $75 off of retail. Ship that shit out tomorrow. Holler at your boys. Shoot us a message. You're not going to find that on the site.
Maybe it'll ship out tomorrow.
Maybe.
It's a possibility that it might.
I'm just saying, guys, you're looking for a deal right now. You want some Ollie's Ross prices. That's about as good as we can do right now. $100, 7 figures. What's the Build-A-Figure? What's it fucking called?
The Hydra Stomper?
Hydra Stomper. Hydra Stomper Build-A-Figure. $100, 7 figures. Right now. Message us on Instagram.
So then I decided, why don't I take them up on this? Now, keep in mind, I have not bought a full wave of Marvel Legends since Puff Adder. And before that, it had been a long, long time. I did end up buying the full wave of Age of Apocalypse because I wanted that Colossus. But really, all of that was on clearance anyway, so I didn't really pay that much. This is also on clearance. And what I really wanted was a Hydra Stomper. So then I have all these other figures. So how do they measure up? Well, this is a Disney Plus wave. This is all about TV shows. And what I didn't realize until I got them in hand was that there are 2 from each TV show. Except for Agatha is just the one. She's kind of standing on her own. So I decided, let's take a look at these and see what we got. So this is going to be a series. I'll wrap it up with the Hydra Stomper. I'll run it weekly, and the last week will be Hydra Stomper. Just something fun and different to do. So come with me. Let's take a look at the Hella Dope Disney Plus deal. So Wilson Fisk, the Kingpin of Crime, has always been a tough one for me. The retro-carded Spider-Man line one is a little too large. I mean, let's face it, it's the size of the Rhino. I get the out of proportion oversizing of the Kingpin, but I think that took it a step too far. I know Bobby Bala designed it, but it's one of those figures I look at and I'm kind of going, can we scale it back a little bit? So, in the Disney Plus wave comes Vincent D'Onofrio's version of the Kingpin. And I'm like, okay, let's see how this looks. So the first thing I did was I see how he scaled with regular Marvel Legends. No, that doesn't work either. Okay, gotta be somewhere in between these two. So already we have a knock against the figure. So he's not going to come into my collection and be my Kingpin. So what is he going to be? Well, he's an MCU Kingpin. And let's face it, MCU isn't going to make the ridiculous proportions of the Kingpin anyway. They did a little bit with Michael Clark Duncan, using some camera angles and stuff. And who, by the way, who's also a big guy anyhow. So, I mean, it can work there. But otherwise, it's just not going to come together. But looking at the figure, okay. He looks like Vincent D'Onofrio. I will give that one to you. I mean, that's a decent likeness. I don't hate it. I do like the cane, too. Now, he's very limited in accessories because that's Hasbro right now. He's got 2 fists and 2 cupping hands. And I hear some crickets. His articulation is pretty standard. Although, I mean, it's a Kingpin, you're not going to have him doing Spider-Man poses. So, even though the jacket does put some limitations on it, it's not like it's anything you can really scream about because, let's face it, even in the TV shows, what's he done? He's just pretty much been, like, swinging his fists. I mean, I don't recall any real stunt work being done here. So maybe that works. My big gripe, it's not a major gripe, but I don't like it either, is we got that stupid gap in the overlay. Again. Okay, I know that happens, but damn it, do something about underneath. I mean, it's not like this technology is far gone. We know how to do it. It's all around us. They did it with Luke Cage, they did it with Kingpin. So that's a little bit of downer. Now, I noticed this is supposed to be from the Hawkeye series, but he looks more like his comic book form. He's got the purple pants and the black shirt and the white jacket. I haven't watched Hawkeye in a while. What I do remember is him in a Hawaiian shirt. That really stood out to me. So it could be that he did wear this and I just wasn't paying attention. Either way, I mean, he's not a bad look. It's not a terrible figure. I don't like the flesh tone. It's a little pale. Something about it bothered me. I'm not sure what it is. But it's just a little bit too pale. I mean, that's it. It's just a little bit too pale. That doesn't make him a terrible figure, but it doesn't make him a great figure either. I mean, if you're a big MCU guy, I think this is the route to go with your Kingpin. Because you want to have your Kingpin, I don't know, trouncing. You want to have your Kingpin trouncing Captain America. I don't know. Anyway, it's not a bad figure in the slightest. It's just not the figure I had hoped for in the Disney Plus wave. Because sometimes I can find figures in the Disney Plus waves that I can use or in the MCU waves that I can use in my comic display. Or off the top of my head, Zombie Captain America fits perfectly. So does Zombie Iron Man. It varies. Some do, some don't. And this one, I'm going to just say, will not fit into the comic book display that well. It's okay. Not a bad thing. Just being honest. Is he useful? Absolutely. And I do plan on using him. So, we'll see what happens with that. But it's not my favorite figure of the line, of the wave. That's for sure. It's not my least favorite of the wave either. That one's coming up next time. As this time we're looking at the Hawkeye figures from this wave. So next is Yelena Belova. And we'll see how she fares. At least Kingpin is collaring her in figure form on that one. But let's go back to Kingpin. A fair figure. I don't hate him. Don't love him. But not the best. That'll wrap up this look at the Kingpin. Thank you, and have a nice day.